The previous video, right, the link is at the top right of the screen. We would have mentioned the formula to calculate the mass number. We're going to be doing some examples of how you calculate the atomic number as well as the mass number for 3 different elements. We're going to be doing sodium because we did sodium previously in our video, right, using the nuclear notation, right? We are going to do magnesium, which is represented by Mg, and we're going to do oxygen, which is represented by 16 and 8. Now, the idea is that we want to know the neutron number, right? And we want to know the mass number. Now, normally, when you're looking on the periodic table, right, the bigger number of the two numbers that you're seeing, the bigger number is normally the mass number of the two numbers. So in this case, immediately, right, as you're looking on this would be the mass number. So this would be your mass number, right? And we're not going to write out everything. This would be the mass number, and then the atomic number would be the smaller number here. So if we want to calculate N, which represents the neutron, N equal A, which is our mass number, minus Z, our atomic number. We do not know N, but however we know the mass number, which is 23, right? And we know the atomic number, which is 11. So N, which is the neutron, equal 23 minus 11, which is gonna give us 12. And as I mentioned previously in our video, once it's an atom, the amount of electron and protons, they are equal because the overall charge on atom is neutral. Charge on that is 0. This is the basic way we calculate the amount of neutrons, right? Because most of the times when we are given the periodic table, we are given the mass number and the atomic number. But if we are given a question and we are not given the mass number, what we can do to get the mass number, which is represented by A, equal Z plus N. In this case, we know the amount of neutron, right? And we know the atomic number. So that would be equal to A equal 11. 11 is our atomic number, plus 12, which would give us the 23, right? So that's how we calculate. And it's the same thing, right? If we weren't given the atomic number, but we have the neutron number, remember the atomic number equal A minus N, which in this case would be 23 minus 12, which would give us 11, right? So that would be the atomic, the neutron, and the mass number for sodium. We're going to move on to the next page where we're going to be working out magnesium as well as oxygen. Now we're going to be looking at magnesium. Remember, we want to know the amount of neutron present in magnesium. So the mass number is 24 and the atomic number is 12. So let's work out the amount of neutrons because we have the mass number as well as the atomic number. So that would be, based on our formula, that would be 24 minus 12, which would give us 12. It varies for each element, right? So it's not a case where the atomic number or the proton, right, they are the same thing for each element. They varies, right? So for each element, yeah, sodium would be different from magnesium, right? Phosphorus would be different from chlorine, and oxygen 16 and 8. Want to find out the amount of neutrons, right? So that would be 16 minus 8, which would give us 8. And it's not a case where they're even either, right? It could be an odd number, could be an even number, right? So once you master the formulae for the mass number, the atomic number, and the neutron number, then you should know the amount of subatomic particles present in each atom. Because remember, you need to know from 1 to 20. In our coming video, right, we'll be drawing the structure of the atoms in terms of the amount of protons, the amount of electrons on the shell, and the amount of neutron in the nucleus. All right, so if you have made it to the end of this video, you can practice these, right, and also pin them. You can reach out to us on WhatsApp, Instagram, with the answers. So you can do carbon, right? I'm not gonna write the atomic number and the mass number. You guys should have the periodic table. So do carbon, silicon, and chlorine. Alright, so do those for practice, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have learned something from this video or any of our videos, don't forget to share the link as well. And if it is that you want a customized worksheet, a free worksheet, you can also reach out to us, right, or book a private tutor. Until next time, peace.